Awaken Chaos Era.
Hello everybody, Yunobi here once again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. As you can see, I'm wearing my Kiwi cap. I got this cap during my vacation. I got a bunch of them, all of them different, and I just think that, I'll use that when making my videos. But yeah, this is not going to be about my vacation or my Kiwi caps. It's going to be about Gemini Dragon. So thanks to Zolis, who created this team composition using Eren, I can now beat Gemini 16 without any problem. Okay, I was not able to beat it. I was stuck at Gemini 14, and thanks to his composition, we are able to beat it. I'm going to link his video to the description. You can check it out for yourself. But we are going to talk about how this team works, why this team is working, and what kind of gear or stats you require, and what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. Because I tested it extensively, there are certain things that you should not be doing which can cause problems, unless of course you have got certain stats with you. It's not going to cause a problem, but certain things will cause you problems if you're going to do that. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Let's first look at the team composition that we have here. The first is of course Eren. He is the MVP over here, along with Gangelo, along with Santis, along with Gajar. All of them are required. Okay, so without these specific heroes, you're not going to beat Gemini Dragon. Okay, so yeah, this is what makes him really good here. So he gains 1 rage each time your team member places a debuff. Okay, so if he's ascended, he's going to do certain things extra also, but I have not got him ascended. So he gains 1 rage at each debuff, and once he gets up to 8 rage, that is his maximum rage, he's going to take a bonus turn. And when he takes his bonus turn, he's going to do his ultimate. Okay, so what basically happens here is that his ultimate, it causes a joint attack. Do not look at the damage. Look at the joint attack that's going to happen there. Okay, so everybody does a joint attack with their basic. So what happens in this team composition is that Eren goes in, does his ultimate first, and then everybody joins together. But he should not be the first person to go. I'll tell you the reason why after this. But he should be, I'm using him, I think that he should be used as the second one. Okay, maybe somebody else has built a team that uses him as a third person, but in my team, I'm using him as a second person. He goes in second, but the reason, I'll tell you why. And he goes in, does his ultimate. He makes everybody do the joint attack using their basic, and because everybody's basic has got a poison on that, Kajar has got a chance to place poison. They place extra poisons on the boss, and then because of all these debuffs that is coming through, because of as soon as it reaches 8 stacks, he does his ultimate again and causes everybody to do the ultimate, do their basic attack again. So that's why he works, right? That is the reason why he's working so well, because he's enabling us to place more poisons on the boss, right? So his trait and his ultimate are the 2 main reasons why we are getting the boss to work. What kind of gear am I using on him? Doesn't matter what kind of gear I'm using. I was just looking at reaching a specific speed. Okay, I did not want him to be faster than my Gangelo. I did not want him to be slower than my Santis or my Gajar. I wanted him to be at a specific speed, and because Gangelo's requirement for focus was so high, I could not get him to a lot of speed, and so I got, let me just move myself away. Okay, so I got my Eren to 210 speed. That's the only thing that I was bothering about. Okay, I did not care about his focus, his crit rate or crit damage, just his speed. But in case if your Gajar is slower than 208 speed, I used a team, I used my Gajar with 200 speed, it still worked. Okay, in case it is low, do not give him too low a health so that the minion can one-shot him. Okay, you must give him around 15 to 16,000 HP. That should be more than enough. Even 14,000 HP or 12,000 HP would be sufficient, so that he does not get one shot by the minions. If anybody dies, that's going to cause problems. Okay, so 210 speed, that's all that you should be looking for, nothing else. Don't look for damage, don't look for focus, don't look for anything, just 210 speed. But when it comes to the next hero, okay, Gajar, you do require something else in addition to speed. Okay, in addition to speed, you do need him to do focus. Okay, so Why are we using him? It is because of his trait, which deals 100% extra damage if there is poison. So all the poisons are going to deal 100% extra damage if you're ascending him. So you need to get him ascended. Without him being ascended, it's going to be a problem. So Gangelo, you require Gangelo, which is a problem, which is not an easy thing to do. I hope Ace makes this a synthesizable hero, because everybody needs Gangelo to finish off Gemini. Okay, there is no other team other than Gangelo teams that can beat Gemini. So you need Gangelo and you need him ascended. So that's going to be a problem. Okay, so I hope Ace makes this a synthesizable hero. Maybe remove Tia and place Gangelo, because Gangelo has got more utility than Tia. I think like that would be a good thing. Yeah, maybe do that. That's my suggestion. I hope Ace listens to it. Okay, so what do you need him to do? You need him to place poison. You need him to do the damage from his trait. Okay, so he does his ultimate. His ultimate has got a poison. His basic, I think, his basic is also having a poison. Yeah, so basically he just places a lot of poison and deals more damage from the poison. Okay, so let's look at his gear. Let me again move myself away from here. I just have to keep moving myself to and fro. So he has got a speed of 211, so he's just 1 speed more than my Eren. And because I could not find sufficiently good gear that can, you know, give me that speed and that focus, 210 focus. Okay, I'm using it with 210 focus. It also works with 200 focus, doesn't matter. You can use him at 200 focus, 206 focus, 210 focus. I have tested it out, it works. Okay, no problem. Okay, but you need 200 focus on him alone. Okay, and speed should be somewhere around 211. He should be the fastest. That's the only thing that is required. Make him fast, make him the fastest, have good focus, more than 200 focus. That's the only 2 stats you require. Nothing else matters. Nothing else. And that's why I'm using a broken set and it still works. Okay, the next is Santis. The reason why she is working is because, again, her trait. So as you can see on her trait, attacks against enemies with poison have a 100% chance to apply 1 bonus stack of poison. That's the reason why she's there. Okay, nothing else. And what kind of gear do you want? Of course, I shouldn't be saying nothing else. She also deals poisons. Her ultimate places poison. Her basic places poison. So yeah, that's what it is. And she's a synthesizable hero. That's the only plus point in this team. You have at least 1 synthesizable hero. Okay, and what is her gear? She's got 209 speed. So she's 1 speed lower than Eren. She's the 3rd person to move in this team. And she's got 197 focus. That's it. I'm only worried about those 2 stats. No other stats are required for her. Okay, just those 2 stats, speed and focus. Don't worry about crit rate, crit damage. That's not what makes this team work. As far as Gajar is concerned, it is not his trait, it is not his basic or ultimate that we are bothered about. We are only bothered about his ultimate. Sorry, I shouldn't have said ultimate before. We are only bothered about his ultimate. We are not bothered about special or basic or trait. We are only bothered about his ultimate, which detonates all their poison effects on the enemy. All the poison effects on the enemy. That's the only thing that we are worried about. What about his gear? He's at 200 speed. I'll also show you a run with 200 speed. This is with 208 speed. Another one I'll show you with 200 speed. It also works. He's got 181% focus. Don't worry about other things. The only reason why I gave him more focus is to place more debuff, as many debuffs as possible, so that I can get that ultimate from my Eren as soon as possible. But you don't need that kind of focus. But don't give him too low a focus as well. That would be bad. I think like 180 focus would be sufficient for him. Okay, and 208 speed. So he has to go slowest. And you can see I've given him an broken set. Still works. Okay, so let's just quickly look at the run that's here. So that's the team that we are using. We'll quickly look at the run. It's a 100% consistent run, and it's got speed of around 25 to 27 seconds, depending upon what kind of device you have, what speeds you have. Okay, so you can see Eren was doing his ultimate, and that cost a joint attack from everybody, and you can see the kind of debuffs we are placing, and Eren was able to do the ultimate again because of the stacks of the debuff on the boss. Okay, and Eren goes in Gajar and does his ultimate and kills the boss. The fastest run in any dungeon. So next time when there is a gear event, you can just keep doing Gemini and finish off that event within no time. So you can see the speed here, 28 seconds, averaging around 27 for me. I'm using an iOS, possibly not too fast. I don't have too much of RAM on it, so possibly that's why it's a 28 second, but that's still fast enough, and on an average I get 27 seconds. So let's quickly look at the second run with Gajar having slower speed, and you can notice the difference when he has a slower speed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to change that into that. Okay, just going to give him that one. That's it. So now he's at 200 speed, and his focus has increased to 189 from 181, and so let's look at how this is going to work. Okay, so he's not going to go before the minions when his turn comes in, because he's lower than the minions. That's the difference between this run and the other run. So just giving him 8 more speed makes him go before the minions, and that enables us to finish the run faster. That's the only thing that happens here. And the reason why I said you should give at least 13 to 14,000 HP on your Santis and your Eren is because of this. The minions come and hit Eren and Santis and nobody else. Okay, so yeah, the higher the HP, the minions are going to come and hit you. So you are just losing out around 5 to 10 seconds on your run because your Gajar is slower than the minions. So yeah, other than that, there is not much difference between the previous run and the current run. Okay, there's nothing else different, just that you're going to be a little bit more slower than the faster run. Okay, anyways, so that's the gear requirement that is there. The things that you should be doing is that you should always keep Gangelo first, because you want one poison out there so that Santis' trait can work. Okay, Eren should go second. I tried Eren going third. It did not work because Eren was focusing on someone else. I don't know what was wrong. It shouldn't be working like that. I'm saying that, you know, Eren should not be bothered about who should be focusing on. He should always be focusing on the boss, but sometimes what happens is that his first ultimate may focus on the minion, and we don't want that to happen when he's going third. We want him to focus on the boss. And when I tested him out quite extensively, when he was going on third, he was focusing on the minion first instead of the boss, and that caused problem. And so I think that's a bug kind of thing. So at the moment, use Eren on the second, which gives you consistent run, and then Santis third, and then finally your Gajar. Okay, if you do that, you will have consistent run. That's not a problem. There's never going to be any problem. Do not make Santis the fastest, because that would mean you will lose out on an additional stack of poison. Do not use that as the fastest. I tried that as well, and it did not work. So always ensure that Santis goes after Gangelo, so that Gangelo is placing that first poison, and then Santis places a poison, and that gives you an additional stack of poison. Okay, so that's how you should build this team, and that's how it will work for you. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think I missed out on, or let me know what I should be adding on. Let me know what your team is, what your take on this team is, and yeah, let me know your comments in the comment section. So please do like my videos, subscribe to my channel. I do need to get to that 1,000 subscriber. So please subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to like my videos and share my videos, and of course press the notification bell for new videos if you're already subscribed. Until then, peace, love and blessings to all of you. See you in the next video. Bye.